In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down Ben Simmons and, of course, all of his mistakes that he makes when he shoots the basketball. As we all know, he is a terrible three-point and free throw shooter, so let's get down into his shooting mechanics and see what he is making a massive mistake on and how you can also not make this same mistake. We all want to shoot better than Ben Simmons, and most of us probably can. Okay, so the first thing that I really want to look at is the things that he is doing really good on. And that is he has his elbow and shoulder in line with the rim, and he does this by tilting his body away from the rim. So this is all good. This is what we really want to see. And so far, not that bad. When he goes to gather that ball, he doesn't dip all that far. He goes straight up into his set point. Now, this is where things get a little bit off. And that is, his set point is over top of his right eye, but he's shooting left-handed. This is probably why there are stories out there saying that he may just start shooting with his right hand. I'm not too sure how successful he will be, but if he's a strong enough player, he should be able to do so. The next thing that really is confusing to me is his hand placement right here. Now, of course, this is because, of course, he is shooting across his face. This is why his hand is sideways. However, again, go with the good things about his shooting form. He's using his fingertips, which will allow him to control that ball a bit better. When he goes to release this ball, however, he tends to flick his hand over towards that left side, which then gives that ball a slight sideways spin. Now, of course, he looks like he missed that shot. It depends. There was two other balls hitting that rim at the same time. When we go into this next shot, we see him also, he brings the ball up his right side with his left hand. And then he shoots from this time over top of his forehead. He doesn't have a consistent jump shot. When he shoots from in front of his forehead, he tends to hit the shots. When he shoots from the left side of his forehead, or I mean the right side, left for us, but right for him, he tends to miss a lot of those shots. And this is what I'm talking about here. So shoulder is fantastic, elbow is fantastic. If he can just move that ball more towards this side, I think he would be quite successful. And we can also see that he doesn't have that bad of a release when I'm talking about the fingertips leaving the ball. He has a nice soft release. However, it's just the fact that he goes from his right side of his forehead and up and tries to flick his wrist sort of weirdly, like twists it to get it straight. That's the part that really messes things up. And because of that, every time he does that, he misses his shots. But when he shoots from the middle of his forehead and up, he makes those shots. This is why you really want to try and break down your shot, and I really believe that he is breaking down his shot in video. However, it would be a good idea to try and not shoot from this distance he is at right now if he's trying to fix his shot. Now, I know this is a pre-game warm-up before a game. However, if he could start from close in towards the basket and not from the three-point line, I think he would be quite successful on shooting these shots. It is quite interesting how these shots that are made tend to leave from a high release point over top of his forehead versus a lower release point to the right side of his forehead. Now, this is what we would call an inconsistent jump shot, and with an inconsistent jump shot, you're going to have a lower shooting percentage. I would actually prefer him shooting with this set point here because this will allow him to hit more shots. Look at that. He has perfect backwards rotation on that ball, and it goes in swish. Yet so many other times when he shoots from here, he tends to shoot from here and release instead of bringing the ball up towards the middle of his forehead to a high set point. I think he would be a lot more successful. Look at that. That's like almost perfect right there. This is why he made this shot. It's because he moved the ball from his right forehead over towards the middle when he jumped up. Maybe this is the secret to his jump shot. Now, Ben Simmons is an interesting case because traditionally big men cannot handle the ball and cannot shoot. Yet now, this is now becoming the mainstream of basketball, having bigger, taller 6'8", 6'9" guys who can then play point guard. Now, that is great because now they can see over top of the defenses. But in some cases, like we see with Ben Simmons, they're just a little bit less coordinated. And when we see things like this, we really need to work on our cores. If we're having the same issues as Ben Simmons, we need to work on our cores and work on our shot from close range. Build it. Build it from, in this case, the middle of his forehead might be the shot where he needs to shoot from. And then we can build it out from there. Take 100 shots from an inch away. Move a step away, take another 100 with the same exact form every single time. Have a friend with you who will actually tell you the truth when you're not shooting the ball with the same form. Because if you're having a different form each and every time, you're going to have a different outcome each and every time. So this would probably help Ben Simmons if he could have a consistent shot throughout. I hope that this video has helped you as a basketball player. If it has, hit that like button, subscribe. I'll see you guys again next time.